The British police are refusing to follow Suella Braverman's new free speech rules, and they continue to arrest people who post mean words on social media. This is an absolutely shambolic situation that we have in this country. The establishment are refusing to follow the guidelines. So the problem we've had for the past few years is our politicians and those in government, it takes them some time to actually get on with what they have to be doing. So they come out and say, well, this is not a problem. And then they give us promises saying, we are going to be fixing this. And we say, I'll believe it when I see it. And then they actually do legislation. And people like Kemi Badenoch and Suella Braverman have been absolutely spot on this. We have a new free speech guideline for the police to stop being woke police. But at the same time, now the unelected parts of our establishment, so all these quangos, trade unions, the College of Policing, and the police themselves, they are the ones who are now refusing to implement policies. So the problem we now have is that police are refusing to follow Suella's rules on free speech as they continue to arrest citizens based on offensive language. So they continue to go and knock on doors and say, well, somebody complained because they were offended on behalf of somebody else in a different continent. So we are here to address the issue, while behind them, right behind them, there are criminals running around the streets causing trouble. This is the problem we have in this country. So obviously, Suella Braverman and her team need to get on with this and do something. Actually tackle the issue. If there are people spreading nonsense in the policing establishment, going around saying, no, ignore these rules, just go and basically follow the order from the police management, she has to identify who these people are, and just sack them. Get rid of them. We don't need them in our establishment. So we actually have these new free speech laws to protect against wokery and cancel culture. This was in 2021. Now, Suella Braverman at the time was Attorney General, and then obviously following her, you had Kemi Badenoch and many others who made sure that these sort of legislations come in place in order to protect freedom of expression. And at the time, I remember when we were talking about this, a lot of us were saying, are they actually going to do it? Are they going to really introduce this legislation? I'll believe it when I see it. And they did. And I'm impressed. Well done, guys, in government. But at the same time, we weren't expecting this behavior. We were not expecting the College of Policing and many others to go out there and refuse to follow the rules. This is disgusting. This should be illegal. You can't do that. The so-called civil servants and the quangos and many others are all basically the same. You have to do what your elected politicians are telling you to do. That's why we voted for them. We pay their salaries. That's the point. Now, Toby Young, the founder of the Free Speech Union, came out and said, well, the intention of the Home Secretary could not be clearer. She wants officers to stop policing our tweets and start policing our streets. But the College of Policing, which is an unelected quango, seems determined to thwart her and has given it a woke spin. What is that? It's completely unacceptable, this sort of behavior. You cannot have these sort of people in our establishment while people are going out there saying, well, politicians aren't doing anything. Well, for once, they are. For once, people like Kemi, people like Suella are doing something with the backing of people like Jacob Rees-Mogg and the good ones in the government, in the Tory party. They're finally doing something. And I've been very critical of the government. I've been obviously completely targeting them on all their misbehavior and everything else. But when they are doing something right, it's the rest of the establishment who are being obstacles. And that is what's happening. Now, Harry Miller, who's the founder of Fair Cop, that's a group that scrutinizes police's political correctness, told The Telegraph that the police will not be schooled in the Home Office guidance once the APP comes out. Now, they will be schooled in the guidance given by the College of Policing, which will mean that we are exactly where we were before. The College of Policing has taken an overtly political stance. The Home Office's examples were all very sensible and corrected their previous mistakes, but they will once again be shelved for the approved ideology of the College of Policing. We also had the chairman of the Common Sense Group of 60 Tory MPs, Sir John Hayes, saying these are the good Tory MPs basically, saying that the College of Policing has long been a cause for public concern and is called to clear out some of the bad apples that are there before they affect the whole of policing and policing's reputation. Policing only works by consent, and the nonsense we hear from the College of Policing risks that consent. So, this is another example of politically correct nonsense, and of course, it's absolutely spot on. And I'm glad that they're speaking out, but I don't just want words, I want action. We need action, whether it's by Home Office or these MPs rebelling and speaking out more in the House of Commons. Propose an idea, do something, some sort of investigation, find out these individuals, get rid of them, the so-called bad apples. Now, let me know your thoughts if you have an idea how to tackle this issue of we have to find a way to drain the swamp of the establishment. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.